And away they go from the 2,000 meter marker. Let's see how the favourite's going to play it. It's on the extreme right-hand side in the all-blue. A little bit heady, but the grey Excessive Grace, Apple Magic is right there. Belle of Paris, Black Orchid, Star Systems on the right, the green headgear. Nobody's too keen to go. And It's a Pleasure is now in the middle. A little bit strong now, but hopefully will settle. Is back in that 5th position. Black Orchids further back, then Sun on Sand, Jers on the outside, then Disney Princess. They are followed further back by Valkyrie Silk, racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Lily's Leaf is wide out on the outside, and at the back is Sabrina. There's about 14 lengths top to tail, Apple Magic by 1 length. Back in second, Star System, Excessive Grace. Sabrina, the saddle is gone, so Sabrina's out of the race. And going right around them is Lily's Leaf as they move towards that 1,100 meter region. At this stage, It's a Pleasure races about 4 or 5 lengths off the leader. Belle of Paris is on the inside. Sun on Sand is also on the outside of runners. Jers further back, Black Orchid, and then comes Disney Princess and Valkyrie Silks the trailer. Apple Magic continues to lead it by about a length. Lily's Leaf has loosed up a lot of energy, and Sun on Sand is making progress around them. And also, It's a Pleasure starts to go around them. Excessive Grace waits at the rail. Star Systems further back in the run. On the outside of that, Disney Princess. As they turn into the home stretch, 4:50 to go. Apple Magic. Sun on Sand, the first one to challenge. It's a Pleasure now starts to lengthen her stride, and then comes Belle of Paris as they come down to the 300. And It's a Pleasure has now hit the opposition and has gone clear. And It's a Pleasure won't get caught. It's a Pleasure coming home lonely. Ryder can ease up. They won it by 4 to 5. Second position gets close. Second position will probably go to Disney Princess. Belle of Paris, maybe Excessive Grace further back. Number 9, It's a Pleasure. Can you believe it? It ends up at 4.20 the win. Not even the tote favourites. Eased up, and just as well is the sire. Warren Kennedy and Chesney Van Zyl. Hopefully this is for Eternal Fortune now. And It's a Pleasure, as you heard from Sheldon, could have been 1 to 3 if it was at its best. And there was 4.20 a win. 13, Disney Princess second. Third to number 5, Belle of Paris. Excessive Grace, Sun on Sand was the tote favourite. That ends up tote favourite. Then Valkyrie Silk. Lily's Leaf ran very wide. Sabrina, the saddle went. And as we look at this, here comes the winner. It's a Pleasure. Gets hooked right out. And you'll see Warren, he starts to ease it up. I don't know if you listened to the commentary, but when I said you can ease it right down, you'll see he looks both ways. And they win by 4 to 5 lengths. Tote favourite was number 4 until the third race. Back to the studio.
Well, the horse is named It's a Pleasure, and I'm sure that's going to go all the way to the bank. It's a Pleasure coming through and really dominating this race. Now, Chesney, the last 2-3 months has been obviously frustrating. You've had to take a back seat, but perseverance wins the day.
No, definitely, Sheldon. You know, that's what racing does. You know, it throws you curveballs, but, you know, it just builds you, and you learn from those tough times, and it's just nice, you know, just at least the wheel is turned now, and we can go on from here.
Now, when she made that barrier trial, she looked decent, and in the 1400 she ran strong. And this evening, by all intents and purposes, if she brought her A game, this is what you would expect.
Yes, definitely, Sheldon. And you know, after that 1400, she clearly went a little bit backwards after that, and the whole yard felt it quite a bit. And so she definitely improved after that, and this is what she was looking for. You know, the 2,000 meters is where she's going to start warming up. And just a big thank you to all the guys. You know, they've been very patient. My whole, you know, team back at home, they've been working extremely hard. All my patrons giving me the support, really appreciate it. You know, and Larry Nestat, Angelo, Martin, well done to them. You know, she's been a filly that's taken a little bit of time, but I definitely think she'll, you know, repay them along the road. She's a nice filly and she won't stop from here.
Well, tonight you'll have a decent sleep after watching the replay a couple of times. There's a 3-month subscription from the post. Enjoy.
No, thank you very much. And I just wanted to say thank you to Warren, lovely ride. And I've been away for a couple of days, and just thank you to my dad for stepping in. And, you know, he's done a great job while I've been away, and it's just nice to come back and everything's going smoothly. So well done to everyone while I've been out.
Super.
Thanks very much.
Let's get Warren Kennedy into the picture. The first 2 races on the card. Now, coming out the gates, you made your move.
Yeah, Sheldon, like I was speaking to Chesney before, we got the worst draw, but the way I looked at the race, there was a lot of mediocre horses and probably 3 or 4 horses that have got a bit of pace. So slotting in from the 14, getting stuck behind those sort of horses, you don't really want to do that. So I jumped in, I placed her, and once she got there, she was overdoing it slightly because I placed her so early, and she switched off nicely going through. I'd say the 1600, she was nice and relaxed already, so she was going comfortably all the way, and I saw a horse circled and couldn't quite keep it up to the straight. That's why I made my move early. I saw Gavin make a move. I made my move as well, and she won full of running. You know, this is what we expect from her after a barrier trial. I said to Chesney, first time out she can never miss, and we all as well documented the virus hit and all that, and she got beat. But this is more the filly that we know, and onwards and upwards from here.
First 2 on the card belongs to you, so congratulations.
Thanks very much. Just big well done and congratulations to Chesney. He's had a torrid time and glad to get this one on the board for him. Hopefully it's a sign of the stable turning, and well done to Mr. Nestet as well.
Super.
Thank you.
Well done to Warren Kennedy, Chesney Van Zyl, all the connections. Number 9, it's a pleasure.